Let's keep covering what happened in the year 2022 in the world of Canadian mixed martial arts, as we are today looking at the best teams of the year. So this is another category that is always controversial because it's just very, very tough to maintain. The way that I calculated it is basically every time a Canadian fighter fought either for a Canadian promotion or an international promotion, I took note of it, and when he won, I gave the gym that he represents a win, and when he lost, I gave the gym that he represents a loss. So that's pretty simple, but the complicated thing is that there are some fighters that basically train at 25 different gyms. So it's kind of impossible for me to know all these gyms and to credit all these gyms for the win. So basically, there are promotions like Unified, BFL, that when they announce the fighters, they announce and representing X gym, like Niagara Top Team, representing Aegis MMA, or representing Shave Bears MMA. So if the announcer says he's representing Shave Bears MMA, I'm giving the win to Shave Bears MMA, even though he's training at Shave Bears and another gym, and I'm only doing one or two max in the case that, like, there are some fighters like Scott Hudson, Aaron Jeffrey, that, you know, that they both represent Niagara Top Team and Aegis MMA. So in that case, I'm okay with giving both gyms the credit for the win, but sometimes it's just tough, and there are some promotions that don't announce which gym the guy is repping, so I just gotta go on Instagram and try to see where the guy tags himself the most at, and I go like basically by deduction. So all that to say, this list is not gonna be perfect. I'm gonna say the records, and some gyms are gonna be like, no, we've got this guy who won, and the other thing that I gotta say is that I'm not counting amateur fights. It's already very tough for me to compile all these pro fights, so there is no way that I can be able to compile the data for amateur fights. So yes, I know there are gyms that turn out hella amateur talent, but bro, until these guys get to the pro level, I won't be able to credit you for these amateur wins. So for the honorable mentions, I've put the gyms that don't necessarily have the same volume of fights as the gyms in the top 10, but we're still able to do great, or some gyms that have the same volume of fights as the guys in the top 10, but unfortunately got some losing records this year. So here are my honorable mentions. We've got House of Champions, Munda Jiu-Jitsu, Ascension Martial Arts, Track Fit Boxing, Titan MMA, Arashido Red Deer, Gibson MMA, Kingdom MMA, two international gyms in SBG Ireland and the Elevation Fight Team. We've got Kodokan YYC and Dunamis YYC. Then we've got the Burlington Training Center, BTT Canada, the Canadian Martial Arts Center, Victory Training Center, and Grants MMA. Let's move on with the top 10, and at number 10, we've got Alavanca in Calgary with a 5-3 record in pro competition this year. Their wins coming by way of Jesse Arnett twice, Shawn Michael twice, and Max Stroud, and their losses being Arnett, Michael, and Curtis DeMars. At number 9, we've got the only gym with a losing record on the list, but they turned out 13 pro fights with a 6-7 record. It is Adrenaline MMA. Their wins: Ronson, Malcolm Gordon, Gino Galepardas 3 times, as well as Gordon Cunningham. For their losses, they got Ronson twice, Malcolm Gordon, Matty Ovorka twice, Faisal Raymond, and Matt Bednarek. We go from a gym with a losing record to the gym that has the least amount of fights on the list, as at number 8, it is Diaz Combat Sports with a 4-0 record only, but they were undefeated, and they were like the only gym that was 4-0. We had some 3-0s, we had some 4-1s, some 4-2s, but at 4-0, they were the only ones, and they were half of it in pretty high-level fights, as Dario Sinagoga got a win, Christophe Van Dijk got a win, and the 2 other wins were from Makinde Adeyemi. At number 7, it's another gym that has not a lot of quantity, but has hella quality. It is the Fight Factory in Ottawa at 5-1, 2 wins for Matteo Vogel, Jake Govrau got 1, Alex O'Neill got 1, Mohamed Ado got 1, and the only loss was in a very, very close decision by Jake Govrau to Cody Chovanchek. So yes, they may have less fights than other gyms on that list, but the guys that we see here, the Vogels, Govrau, O'Neill, Ado, they're pretty much all their pro fighters. So every pro fighter that they have on their roster is fighting and is doing very well. So that's why I gotta put them on the list at number 7. At number 6, we've got Shaved Bears MMA, which has become a mainstay in Canadian MMA. This year, they were able to have a 12-9-1 record. Their wins: Shane Campbell twice, KB Buller, Neil Anderson, Christian Larson, Stephen Bomo, Pat Pitlick, Jackie McLean twice, Arlie King twice, and Sterling McKetty. Their losses: Tanner Bozer, KB Buller, Christian Larson, Neil Anderson twice, Cole Campbell, Jackie McLean twice, and Matt Clute. And they had a no contest by KB Bular against Curtis Millender. 12-9-1 for Shave Bears MMA this year. That gives them number 6. At number 5, it is Aegis MMA at 13-7. Their wins: Aaron Jeffrey 3 times, Surrey City, Scott Hudson twice, Bojan Kladnjakovic 4 times, Bobby Poulter, Adam De Freitas, and Amin Al-Malik. As for their losses, they got Josh Hill, Cameron, Bobby Poulter, Bojan Kladnjakovic, Adam De Freitas, and Amin Al-Malik twice. Number 4, H2O MMA. They went 8-1 this year. Oli Aubin-Mercier won 4 times. Michael Dufort won twice. Frédéric Duprat won twice. Their only loss was Kat Voronova at Samurai MMA 2. Let's move on to the top 3, and at number 3, it's a familiar name. We've got Tristar Montreal, and basically all the Tristars, because I know there's now Tristar Rive Nord, Tristar West Island, all these different affiliated Tristar gyms. All these guys, I'm putting them under the Tristar umbrella this year for Canadian MMA fighters. That's the distinction here, because Tristar has a lot of international fighters that come from all over the world to fight and to represent that gym, but it is a Canadian MMA list, so I can't put these international fighters fighting internationally on the record for Canada. So for Canadian fighters, they were 19-11-1 this year. Their wins, there's a lot, 19 of them. Rory McDonald, Olivier Aubin-Mercier 4 times, Ayman Zabi, Xavier Alaoui, Mandel Nalo, Louis Sanoudakis, Tommy Morrison twice, Max Soucy, Mehdi Zaidvan twice, James Cardinal Lauzon, David Moon, Tyler Wilson, Javad Majoub, and Matthew Rosniak. As for their losses, Rory McDonald twice, Alex Morgan, Maxime Poulain, Yanis Hazard, James Cardinal Lauzon, Mandel Nalo, David Moon twice, Tyler Wilson, and Katsuma Mulumba. They also had a no contest, which was Mehdi Zaidvan at Samurai MMA for a fight that was ended because of a groin shot, so that's the only non-decision that they had on their record. And at number 2, preventing Quebec and Ontario from absolutely dominating the top 5, we've got the emergent Champions Creed Gym, which had an amazing year with an 11-3 record. Her wins: Hakeem Dawoudou, Chad Analyzer, Noah Halley, Nick LeBlanc, Ramil Kamilov 3 times, Mac Larson 3 times, and Chris Bryan. Their losses: Hakeem Dawoudou, Chad Analyzer, and Chris Bryan. So 2 of their 3 losses were in the UFC to top level talent in the world. There's no other way of saying it. Champions Creed has established themselves as one of the best gyms in Canada this year. So the second place is greatly deserved. But at number 1, for a second year in a row, and I just don't know when or how somebody is gonna take the top spot from them, we've got Niagara Top Team. Who else? With an absolutely stunning 27-5 record, with one of the losses that they don't even agree with, but I'm gonna explain that later. But before I gotta list their 27 wins: Aaron Jeffrey 3 times, Jasmine Jezid, The Vicious, Mike Malott, Anthony Romero, Zachary Powell twice, Tishay Gaucho 3 times, Vlad Kazbekov, Vinny Diaz twice, Cody Kovanchek 3 times, Kevin Bastier-Popovic 3 times, Ashley Nichols, Scott Hudson twice, Xavier Nash, Jared Dumont, Luke Roberts, and James Cardinal Lauzon. As for their losses, we've got Jasmine Jezid, The Vicious, Xavier Nash, Ashley Nichols, Gabe Sagman, and Vlad Kazbekov. The thing that I said about the loss that they don't agree on is because one of their loss is Xavier Nash when he fought Scott Hudson, which are both Niagara Top Team fighters. So they don't want to count this loss as 2 of their fighters fought each other and they got a win and a loss in this situation. But since I'm counting Hudson as a win, I have to count Xavier as a loss here. In the end, it's another amazing year for NTT. They're basically never losing, and like the other gyms, when they're losing, it's like very high level fight. Jasmine Jezid, The Vicious, lost in the UFC. Ashley Nichols was fighting for a title in LFA. Another amazing year for Chris Prickett, Matt DeMarcantonio. They are by far the best gym in Canada right now, and this well deserved for them to get number 1, the best team in 2022, Niagara Top Team. So that concludes our list. Please leave your complaints in the comment, leave a like to or a dislike, I don't care, just boost the algorithm for me please, and subscribe if you want to, and stay tuned for the other lists that are becoming very soon.